Welcome back to another episode of The Road to 2200. Looks like we're playing a Carocon today. Okay, so they're doing this variant. Are they going to do the exchange, which most people for some reason do? Ooh, okay. They're doing an advance out of this sequence. I think it's fine still to bring the bishop out. I imagine it will just, yeah. We're now in the short variation. Let's just push the pawn. The bishop is out of the triangle, right? So we're no longer a French. That's why I like bringing the bishop out. Okay, so now this is just a straight up short variation. I don't see the short variation as much as I should, but I'm pretty sure I go here first. The reason is that this is kind of an annoying pin if I bring that knight out first. So I'm bringing this one out first. The plans are to go like here, here, here. It's kind of a weird variation. The problem is my opponents never play it right? It's the trick of learning theory and then being like, wait, what are you doing? That's not theory, right? This is the challenge at our level of playing chess. So this is not theory. Sorry, let me rephrase that. This is not the main line. It may be a good move. So how do we deal with this weird move? I'm kind of thinking just go here. The problem is I don't really want my bishop there. If he trades, that's wonderful. I want my knight here. I don't want to lose my queen. I'm actually a little tempted to go here. Let's look at this move. If we go here, we're threatening to win this and then win the rook. They could defend that by pushing the pawn. And then do I have anything from that? I've gotten the queen out of the way, and now I can go here, which I think maybe is fine. I think here all I really need to do is get the queen out of the way so that I can chase the bishop away. These are moves that I normally want to make in this variation anyway. There's a good chance I'll castle long here. So I think by bringing their bishop in, they're actually helping me. Because they have to deal with this pawn. And if they deal with it this way, then it's kind of like, okay, I don't know. We traded, I got a free move to move my queen here. Was that good? I don't know. Do I want my queen there? I'm not sure. Okay, so they're defending this way. Very interesting. I think I just go here and say, okay, your queen looks like it's in a worse spot now, to be honest. And yeah, I'll go here too and just kick you all the way away. I wanted to do that anyway, so that works out quite well. And then I think I want to do this stuff. Or do I want to... I do have this check here. I don't think that does much. I don't think they would take this way. I think they would just push this pawn. And I think that's fine for them. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here. And I really very soon will arrive at a crossroads of what am I doing castling wise. Am I castling long or short? And I don't really know the answer yet. A typical idea is to push c5. We'll have a lot of firepower on this. We can certainly pry open that if we want. There is a danger in going here that if we look, there's nowhere for this bishop to go, right? So if they get this move in somehow, the bishop's in trouble. I don't think they can, though. So we're going to go here. I'm not entirely sure where this knight is going. Is it going here? What I can say is castling kingside doesn't look great for my opponent. Even though they have a bunch of pieces over here, I mean, my pawns are already really pushed out. Like, this could become a steamroll very quickly. Which is kind of what I'm looking at. I would love if they just castled here. My guess is they will not, and they'll go here. Yeah, and then now I'm left in this, like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? My candidate moves are c5. It's castles long. It's maybe just go here and start the steamroll. Actually, where does this knight go? I go here. This knight goes here? Did they take the only spot the knight could go? One more time here. No, the knight can go here, right? Because it's being backed up. So maybe that means I want to go here. I'm threatening the castle. I go here. They'd have to go back. Then I could move up, threatening to go here. Yeah, let's do that real quick. They can't do that, right? 1, 2, yeah, okay. Yep, so we'll go here, and what we're really threatening is this move. And also giving them time to castle short. It's going to be hard for them to castle long now because they stuck this queen in such a weird spot. And then they blocked it in. So it's like, if they want to castle... Oh, they can't go there, right? So they just can't castle long for a bit. They have to move this knight first, which would be like here. This would probably be a pretty good move, actually, for my opponent. To give them some flexibility to be able to move the knight here. They're really feeling squished. This is the space advantage thing. When you read about space advantages, it's always like a space advantage doesn't matter unless your opponent is feeling squished. And I really feel like my opponent has to be feeling squished here. Okay, so they lash out over here, which means, where are they castling? Like, what is happening with the castling situation? I don't know. So I'm going to go here. This is either going to be the start of a very strong maneuver or the start of us kind of throwing away everything. But, like, after he goes back and I go here, I'm threatening to go here to win a piece. So he almost has to go here. I go here anyway. He goes back. Man, my opponent is looking... I don't know. It's just looking tough. I don't know about lost or anything like that. Also, when this knight goes back, I've got this idea with this pin here. Like, there's just a lot of nonsense happening here. All right, I think this is probably good because I'm just threatening to win a piece. Can this knight move is the question. Actually, the knight can move. And then I'm not threatening to win a piece. So I think I go here first. Make it so now the knight can't move. They're just really struggling. This bishop can't move. No, it can't. It could go there to allow this. That might be the best move. Like, that's how tough their position is. The squeeze is on. I don't think I've ever gotten a squeeze this overwhelming before this quickly. Especially not against the short variation. The short variation I have found to be very irritating to play against. So to see myself kind of turning the tables on it feels good to know that, it can go bad for white in this variation. I'm really going to probably spend a lot of time outside of this video just looking at this game and like, am I showing a deeper understanding of this opening now than I had? Or will I lose, right, and throw it all away? This seems like a good move. Except it is going to maybe gain some space, but it's going to be hard to castle. I think I might go here. And then if takes, I'm considering taking that way. I don't want to do this. That was a good move. I didn't consider that. It's a pretty straightforward move, but I think that's a good one. Because if I take here, the knight gets to come up. So I think I want to go here because this keeps the most pressure. Because after takes, I'm still controlling all these squares that the knights want to get to. And the squeeze is still on. I also have this nifty little spot for my bishop. I don't know if it's good, but it looks cute and nifty. Okay. I also have this next if I really want. And then probably they'd have to go back. And then I would go here. And then they go here. And I'd go here. And then my rook would drop. It would be a trade. I wouldn't want that trade, actually. I think I would want a castle first. And then be able to bring a rook to this square. Because they can't get their heavy pieces to the H-file. Their heavy pieces are locked out of the game right now. Okay. So that's probably a good approach, is to say, like, well, what are we doing here? We got to get something. Okay. This feels like a big moment. How do we figure this out? If I go here, almost certainly they have to go back. And then if I go here, they take... I kind of lose control over everything, it looks like. If I go... Basically, everything I'm looking at loses a little bit of control. I feel like I need to use one of these pieces. Preferably this guy. Can we get him into the game? Seems like we could maybe with here, here. Whoops. Here, here. No. I forgot both of them are attacking that square. This would be a nice square for the knight. Well, that's not impossible. It's like we could go here. If they take, we take. Maybe that's fine. I don't really want to trade pieces is the thing. They're feeling so squished that I would rather just keep that as is. I'm kind of tempted. I'm both tempted to castle kingside and just to go here and bring the other rook in. I'm also wondering if there's ideas like this, this, and this to bring the queen into the game. None of these feel quite strong enough. I think what I'm going to do is go here to connect the rook so that I can feel like I can go here, here, takes, rook takes. The bishop will take here. I'll be down a pawn, but I can stick the rook here. I don't know. What I'm most worried about is this diagonal with the king. But I'm going to go here. I'm going to probably bring him over and then maybe just slide the king back to the middle that way. Okay. That I wasn't ready for. Yeah, that's a good move. Because if I take, I am letting the knight come to this square, which I'm not sure that I want. But I think I do, actually. I think we're going to go there. Take the knight with this. If there, go here. Push him back. Yeah, I don't love how this worked out. I think I did not do it quite right. I had the squeeze, and I feel like I kind of gave it away. Maybe this is the spot for him. Then this knight can't go there. Yeah, let's go here. Kind of keeping the squeeze on. Ooh, nope, can't go there. But maybe moves the queen, then goes here. Seems reasonable. I am going to go here next, though. Yeah, that doesn't get me much. I think maybe I take here, and then I can stick the knight here. I was thinking they couldn't do that. What if I take here first? Yeah, I think I'll take here first. Suddenly my lovely attack is kind of just poof gone. It's very annoying. Okay, I'm looking at this. I suppose probably he goes here. Then I have to do something with that. Oh no, I guess that doesn't work, right? They'll take here first and then I'll lose multiple things. Yeah, so I think I go here. Then I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to bring this rook around. So I don't know if I'm going to end up getting anything out of this. Because what's worse is as I bring this, there's now discoveries on my knight. Which is frustrating. But I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to go here and I'm on this again. But I am keeping in mind that discovery. That could be very bad for me. Like, even right now, maybe it's very strong. Go there, there, there. Now their queen's in. Yeah, that could be very good. Okay, they went there. Oh, yeah. Now I can't just go here. Interesting. Do I want to sack? Takes, gets the rook in. The king just moves back and is like, now what, buddy? Now what do you got? Okay. I kind of like that we're getting this guy out of the way of that discovery anyway. But suddenly my pieces aren't as good, it doesn't seem like. Okay, so I'm going to go here. And then again, this is with this idea of being able to go here and hit this pawn. I might even start pushing this pawn to prevent this from coming up. Might have been good to do that first even, I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know that I understand what all this is about. I'm going to go here with the idea of bringing the queen in this way. And I think I'm going to go here with the king so that this guy can still get around. First move, though, is going to be here. First move is going to be here, then here. Then we're going like here, here. So we have quite a few plans. Again, we're going to put this guy back in danger. It's not the same discovery, though, because it's not hitting the queen. That was the whole problem over there. So this is much better. Although if we put the queen here, he can go this way. So we're going to have to be careful about that. But yeah, this looks quite strong if they couldn't push here. Wait, hold on a second. If we go here and they push here, and then we take, and we take, then we're in. That probably works quite well. So maybe we can just go right to this. The point of this was to try to prevent this pawn push, but I think this would work. And there's a decent chance they'll go there anyway. Then we take, we'll take there. Then we can just swing the queen in, and now things are cooking. And this whole thing, ooh, geez, that's a slow plan. That is just such a slow plan. All right, I'm doing it. We're going here. And the plan is this pawn or this piece. One of the two is coming our way. Oh, and then once we take this pawn, wow, like that's just a straight up passer running with a rook behind it. So maybe we transformed our advantage? I don't know. That's a bold claim. That's a bold claim with where we were. Okay. So, more plans. Let's see. If they go here, are we ignoring it? Or are we just taking this way? I think we are. That actually would be quite good, I think. No. We would go here first, I think. Oh, that's interesting. You would be able to go there. Okay, so now my whole plan is ruined. That's not good. If here, I can take here, and I think I'm pretty happy with that. I guess I should worry about, like, if they force me away, then I take. This is not hanging. I kind of want to move the king now and be able to put this queen into the game. If they take this way, I think I'm going to take that way. Okay. So, this, by the way, is game over. Can we lure that bishop? Is there any world where we can lure that bishop? What if we go like takes? What about just pushing this? Takes, rook there. No, that's a very slow process. I'm thinking here, queen. That looks quite strong to me. We're just in. So I think that's what the path we're going to take. It was not. I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like I'm not doing quite as much calculation as I should. I'm doing things like this looks good rather than like bam, 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 right? And that is a trap I feel like I fall into sometimes. I don't quite know why. Okay. So he's done that. So if I go here, the queens might get traded. I'm going to go here. Okay, wait. Before I do that, these are the two moves I need to look at. If here... Okay, I just take, and that's fine. If here, I would just take, and that's fine. Okay, so you can't chase the knight away immediately. I've got this idea. Does that win a rook? That does win a rook. This wins the game. I didn't realize how good this move was. This move is threatening this, and if guards it, goes there. So that move is like game over. I didn't examine what if they go there, but I think I would take here. And if they were to take back, how would that work? Takes. No, they can't take back. It would have to be takes there. And then I could take. No, because then they would go here. Yeah, that's interesting. This could be a good idea. This doesn't work. Maybe that works. Okay, I guess we should calculate, right? My opponent is thinking. So here, if I were to take there, the queen is hanging. Probably best move is to take, and then I can't take here because this would be hanging at the end. So if here, I might have to take here first. Takes. Then just goes here. I guess I can put my rook there. I could put the queen there, though. I can put my queen here, though, and check. Boy, it gets very messy. I'll say that. It gets incredibly messy. Maybe better is if takes, I go there, check. Okay. I wasn't expecting that move. I think that move might not lose, actually. Maybe it doesn't. Because now you can go here, and I don't have this cool instantly winning the game, but I still think it wins. I go here. He goes here. Can I go here? Threatening the queen, threatening the discovery. I think so. It's kind of the whole point of all of this. And if he moves away, then he hangs. So yeah, I think this should be good. It's like here. Queen has to move. Queen can't move to where it threatens. Well, it can't. It could go here. That's interesting. And then my discovery won't actually be very good. Okay, maybe that works. Maybe here works to hold things together. I'll be up a pawn. I can go here, takes. Yeah. I think all I'm going to do is get up a pawn in that line. Is there a better line? With that. There is this check. Maybe that works. So check, if takes, win a rook. Check, moves over. Check. Comes back. Then what? Then nothing. Then just a repetition. All right, I'm gonna go with this. I think winning the rook here, winning the pawn here should be enough. Okay, now that we're here, let's just see. Maybe there's something better. In fact, maybe this is better. Yeah, this looks better, right? It's takes, check. No, maybe that doesn't work. Takes, check. Here. Here. Feels like there might be something amazing here. That's what I'm wrestling with. Check. Like here. No, there's nothing there. Can I just let him take? That's interesting. Takes. No. Alright, I'm going this way. I think getting rid of this piece is going to be very helpful. Okay, so I could go here first if I want, but I think then I lose. Oh, actually, if I go here. Okay, I'm going to go here, and then if he goes here, I'm just going to double here. Oh, yeah, and then I'll have that. Okay. I think this works. We keep saying I think this works. Maybe I should calculate things. Okay, maybe this is better. If I go there, he has to take. Then how does that work? This is kind of interesting because I now have like that next. Takes. Here. Having this rook behind this pawn seems very strong. What about just takes, push the pawn? I guess then they can go here, but then I can go here. But then he comes back. He's threatening the rook. Maybe that doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to go here. I don't know if this is the right idea. Okay. Moving him away from there. If I go to boom, moves, pawn up, rook up, pawn up. Can't quite get there. I think this is the way to go, though. I think we get a rook off. And I think if nothing else, I might give up this pawn and I might get like a bunch of these pawns. They're so poorly positioned that I feel like, can't I go here? And where does the knight go? And where the knight goes, I take here, and then I get to go here. Let's try this. We're going to give up on this pawn with the idea of getting a bunch more pawns. I don't know. Maybe this is madness. I just couldn't find a way to hold on to that pawn. Okay. I think I'm okay with this trade. And now... Okay, so that's probably the right idea. Just to go there first. Then the question is, how do I do this? Which way do I take back? I think I take back this way and leave this 2-on-1 here as being quite strong. If he doesn't do anything, I'm taking here instantly. Like, that'll be a very strong move for me. I think he's got to go like there, maybe. But then I can go here. It's a little bit annoying. I might even go... No. I was going to say something insane. This doesn't work very well. What? That's madness. That loses. That definitely loses. Okay. In fact, this is just a free piece. I was going to do it a different way, but this is even stronger. That's just a free piece. I was going to take this way, removing the defender of the piece. But then, you know, he could move to spots. Yeah, so he's done. The game is now over. We will play it out. The game is over. Let's go here. Okay. I don't want to do that. I don't really want him to come in there. I'm considering going here. I guess he could go there, which is still kind of annoying. Here, 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 here. Can I hold him out? I guess so. I could go there. Yeah, so I'll go here and I'll make my passer. He's going to take. He thinks he's going to go here, but I'm going to go here and then here to keep him out. Ah, there. That's a weird move. I guess it holds on to that pawn. I will go. Yeah, I think we'll just go here and pick up this pawn. And just get all the pawns. Try to make this as clean as possible. Take everything possible away from my opponent. Give them nothing. And then win. Hopefully eventually they'll just say, like, okay, that's enough. I've seen what's happening here. Okay. Going here, here. There's like a lot of things they could do here, which is a little bit annoying. Still go there. If I go here. So I'm going to go here. Let them check if they want, and then I'm going here. Just covering the check. And then it's also covering this pawn, and then the rook is free to roam around and do whatever it wants. It's not how I would normally play a position like this, but I'm winning by so much that I can afford to just tie my knight down like that. Like, normally it feels like a bad idea to tie your pieces like that. Okay, that doesn't work. We'll go here and check. Now the king's got to go like here or here. Okay. Then I'm going to go here with the idea of going like here, here, bringing my rook out. Okay, let's cover everything up like this. Seems very weak. Kind of is. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'll go here. Do have some interesting mating possibilities. Like, this is very close to mate. He can only go there. Can't move the knight, which is, you know, admittedly a little annoying. Wow, you really... Can I just run now? 1, 2, there. Yeah, this can just run now. Alright, that was a mistake. Embedding the piece behind the piece it can't take was not a good plan. Now, it doesn't really matter. They're already dead. But, yeah, they can't get back in time. Oh, what am I talking about? They can go there. Okay. Goes there. I'll go... Yeah, that's okay. Because if they try to go here, then I can just go here and defend it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can take that if you want. I'll go here. You take. I go here. And then I queen. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Then I'm going to go here. I think I'm going to go here, here, here. And we're going to win that way. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, I can give up this. I go here, it's fine. They can get a free knight or a check or whatever they want. probably going to go here. And I'm just going to go over to here. And this is even better. This just wins on the spot. So what will they do? They're really, really being resilient. They're like, I will not lose this game. I mean, I'm going to lose this game, but on my terms. And there's the last check, and that's the game. Well, it was an interesting try by my opponent. They didn't really do any tricks or anything. It's like, if you're going to try to stall out a game like this, you really want to, you know, do something interesting. I don't know what we're doing now. We're just trying for the good old-fashioned stalemate here. So we go there. Tempted to just give up all my pieces and then just make some queens, but I don't think we're gonna do that. We'll just, you know, push him back. It's fine. Okay. All right, I'll go here. And now he's finally back to the back rank. I can't really trap him there yet. Not the cleanest display of endgame technique here, but that's fine. I don't have to win cleanly. Okay, so he'll go to the corner. And we finally got him. He does have a square. And then if you know your checkmates, you would have to run away. But we don't even have to run away. We'll just go here and force him to go there, and then we'll mate him. We got the mate. Okay. Admittedly, not the cleanest end, but you know what? We were up enough. It didn't matter. All right, so let's take a look at this, because this was a very interesting, like, I don't know. It felt weird what happened. Okay, so now we're just in the straight up short variation. This is the most common move. The move here is to castle, and there's just all this stuff that I feel like this game gave me a better understanding of. I go here. They go here. I go here. And then they start maneuvering their pieces to try to defend against this kind of stuff. I go here threatening this. They make this wacky move to go back to here. And now I think I understand some of this a little bit better, as we saw my opponent playing some weird stuff. So was my queen move right here? The engine says it's fine. Whatever. Everything's right here. All right. That's a weird move. It's actually, like, the computer doesn't think it's horrible, but it looks weird to me. C5 is the move the computer wants to make. But this, all of a sudden, the computer's like, ooh, you're doing pretty well here. G5, yep. And then now we're pushing. The computer's like, what? Just keep pushing these pawns. Like, we're threatening to trap that piece. Why are we taking the foot off the gas? So if we had gone here, I feel like... Oh, we can't go there. What am I talking? Well, okay. Interestingly. So that's... I didn't think we could go there, but the computer says, sure you can. You can go there. Because you go here, here, and then what will we do here? Maybe this? Queen d4. Ah, now that hangs. We're on this. Oh, okay. They say just castle. Give up the piece and lose? What? No. That's not going to be there. Wait, what? That is? Okay. Castles. Oh. Not gives up the piece. We would lose. Got it. And then now just continue developing. Okay. Well, I didn't do that. I went for what looked like the more regular chess route of just developing pieces. I wanted to play h5 here, but I decided to play this first because I thought they would just go here. Oh, no. They could just go here. That's why I didn't do it. But this is the same idea as before. Now we get into... and now this is just a trap piece, right? Yeah. So why didn't I... It wasn't that, right? Wasn't it like... I might have to look at the video to remember what was my reasoning for having to go there first. I don't remember. You guys probably do remember. You just saw it. I had a reason. Oh, that's right. That's right. I wasn't looking to go here. I was looking to go here and take that square away. But going here, I just didn't think that was that strong because they could go here. And then it's like, well, what exactly am I doing? This doesn't seem like it does anything. Computer agrees. This doesn't seem like it works. Computer agrees. But the computer's like, just develop pieces. Whereas I was like, no, I want something more thunderous. And the computer agrees that I'm doing well. Okay. Here, this is a pretty clear move. I did not do it for what reason? What did I do instead? Ah, right. I wanted this pin first. So I thought if I go here first, then he could go here. And then now I can't go here. And I wanted to be able to go here. Computer says you would just go here. And, you know, I don't know. Goes here. Takes. Looks pretty good. The queen's kind of lured into a weird spot. Computer likes this move. I would not have made that move. I think I would have gone like here. And the computer says, well, then it's just even. Because now this is hanging. So that's why it wants to go here. Yeah, I think I saw stuff like this and was like, this just doesn't look that strong to me. I want more. I think I was being too greedy with this position. All right. But they're ignoring everything, right? They're just like, you're not doing anything. I'm fine. I connected the rooks there, which is fine. That was the move that shook me a bit, where I was like, ooh, I don't know what to do. So I took computer suggests just backing up. I didn't like that they had closed everything. I'm not quite sure why. Okay, yeah. I think I should have taken here first, then taken here, and then I still have this around, and I can still play h4, which was my plan. But I was like, no. I can put my bishop on the cute square that I've been eyeballing, and then it was like, oh right, actually do I have nothing? And by going there I lose actually. Computer says you're lost. That they could take here. And then, oh, am I gonna get trapped here? Oh my goodness. Is this a trap? Here. Takes. Yeah. Takes first. Then takes. Then goes here. Okay, no. Yeah. The bishop looks stuck. We do have this check first. Ah. Okay. That saves us, right? Because the two saving pieces cover the two squares. And so now we're back to even territory. Okay, so it looks super scary for a second there. But they took this way, which didn't seem great to me. I felt like I could get my knight in. But it didn't really do that much. Now my rooks are in. And still, like, crazy but even is how I would describe it. It feels like anything can happen. This is a giant error. Because it allows my queen in. Interesting. Then computer says to go here. Which, if I try to bring my queen in now, does not work as well, according to the computer. This, they just trade. Yeah. So, I got my knight in. I got my queen in. They went there. I went here. I found all the moves until we got to here. And I know there has to be something here, right? I just know it. So, the best move, according to the engine, is here. We looked at this. And this just looked like it led to a repetition. And in fact, the computer doesn't really find anything that much better. It's just like, no, it's just so much pressure. So let's see. Second best move. Wait, what's happening here? Boom, boom, boom. Second best move is... That's even. If you can believe that. That's even. Second best move is just h4. And then I guess the idea is after here... And that check. And there. Then we push the pawn more. Yeah, and now we're threatening lots of stuff. Okay. And another great move is just take here. Pulling this guy away, I guess. After here, this would hang. So maybe they go here. Where do they go? I don't know, here. And at that point, we actually have this move, and we're winning. Okay, well, maybe we don't do that. Another move is b5. But basically, all those moves are good, and this move does nothing. With exactly what I calculated, right? I calculated all this and said, oh, I just don't see that much here. I'm going to do it anyway. These are all number one book moves now, until that move. That was a big mistake. Okay, so now I am back on top because my opponent made a bit of a blunder in there with that king placement. But let's go back to this. The critical moment is here, right? Like, we know we're winning. We're winning. We can see all kinds of cool stuff. Like, this feels like it should be winning. How can we continue from here to make it winning? Let's see. So computer says, let's look at this. Can't go to F2 now. But I can't, like, take anywhere. I don't quite understand what this is supposed to do. Oh, in fact, the more the computer looks at it, the computer's like, never mind. Never mind, that one doesn't work. Okay, so the only two moves are come back here and repeat. And just claim we're crushing. Or to go here. Which probably is better. So then they go there to attack the queen. And what do? We can't take here now. Or can we, actually? Takes. We've got the discovery. How does discovery work? Takes. Yeah, there's no discovery to hit. Yeah, no, there is. We just take the queen. What am I talking about? So we take the queen, and we're winning, right? We're up a whole rook. How did I not see that? So let's go back one more time. So we're here. I saw here, and then was like, I don't know, and I totally missed that we're actually forking two pieces here, right? Oh, I think I thought they could take. That's why. So if they take, then they lose a queen. They can't take. Yeah, so there's like pins and forks everywhere here. So there's a fork. If they go here to try to evade it, then they lose their queen. Yeah, so what are they supposed to do here? Go here and lose this guy? Lose this guy? Like, I don't know how I didn't see. So let's see, where were we? We were here. And so it is 1, 2. It's only the third move deep in the sequence I had to see. And what I really had to see was this loses the queen, and this hits two pieces. I didn't see that, and then I took the easy way out. So that's kind of basic calculation. So we'll just finish up the game. See if there's anything else interesting happening. So it did get to be mildly interesting. And then we had this big moment, right? Like, this just loses on the spot. Boom. The piece is, or the pawn is pinned, and then the game is over. So we don't need to look from there. All right, well, we got a win. We were 1827. It looks like we're up to 1836. I believe that's 3 wins in a row if you're following the road to 2200. And I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one.